former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
To the air again, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. Right back to Freiermuth. Complete this time. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gould with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Gregory Rousseau in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Taken down at the 41.
Play action, Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 4th down, Stafford. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go. Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
A gain of 17 yards.
Jackson on first down. Oh, he stays up. He'll let this go for the end zone. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 14. Lions.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offense looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Swift. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Stafford. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw complete length side to Cooks. Touchdown, Cardinals. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Lions 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return is Duvernay. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 1 second, all that remains.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
31-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He gets it complete to Jackson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift. A giant hole up the middle.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Swift.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st down.
They run, Montgomery, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28, Lions 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Touchdown! Deshaun Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And the Lions are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Jackson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 94 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. On first down, it's Stafford. Forced out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Montgomery back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the 41, Stafford. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
First down.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get your reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Montgomery with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Now Stafford will come up, trying to get his guys a 2-point conversion. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Detroit.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick.
And the Cards are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That catch good for only a couple.
Second down and 8.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Lions 28.
Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Jackson to throw. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
6-yard line.
On second and goal, here's an option play left. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
43, Lions 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return is Duvernay. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hit.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17.
And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as